Let's discuss.
As the chairman of Revolt amid sexual assault allegations. So, in a statement shared on social media, Revolt TV announced that Diddy has stepped down from his position as chairman, and we have the audio of that.
Diddy is one of his companies in his empire, and that is
one of his biggest, actually.
Yeah, Revolt TV. We found out this morning that Diddy is stepping down
temporarily.
As chairman. I think it is important to note that they say temporarily.
Guys, I think this is a very big deal. I do not think this is just, it doesn't sound to me like somebody who's just doing something to temporarily get out of the way while they resolve a couple cases. The fact he's stepping down, to me, means that these lawsuits are not going to go away immediately, he doesn't think. And maybe, he's concerned that other people might come out of the woodwork. He has said this is purely a money grab. You take him at his word that he thinks that. But if it was just purely a money grab, you'd think it's something that a man of his means could get rid of pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you have it. But I'm here to tell y'all this, right? Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Just because he was guilty for one lawsuit doesn't mean that he was guilty for all lawsuits. We got to learn how to think here. We don't need the world to let us know how to think. We don't need these propaganda, these media channels, though. They do an awesome job at telling your self a vision, right? They do an awesome job on swaying one's mind, right? So therefore, most is going to allow them to think for them. Healthy discussions. My audience, we are independent thinkers. We think for ourselves. Let me repeat. We think for ourselves. We understand that Diddy, he's in a situation where you can paint any narrative on him. Any and every narrative. But I believe one is innocent until proven guilty. Will I face backlash from this? Probably so, because they might say, well, you're supporting someone that abuse kids or molest kids or anything along that nature. How do we know that that's true? Me don't know that it's true. You don't know that it's true. The world don't know that these things are true. Everyone is on the sidelines voicing their opinion. Until the court documents prove that this man is guilty, he is innocent. No matter how much you want to put your feelings in it, right? That's why I say over here is facts over fiction. It's facts over feelings. My bad. Facts over feelings. Put that in the chat. If it's facts over feelings. You may feel like he's guilty, right? But just because you feel something and you have a right to feel doesn't make your feelings even right. Let me repeat. Just because you feel like something is going to go this way, it doesn't mean that it's going to go that way. A feeling is a mere emotional connection or emotional response. A fact is something that you no longer need your emotion in order to respond. It's written in concrete. So I can't say that it's a fact, right? I cannot say and sit up here and lie to you guys and say that it's a fact that he did these things. Allegedly, hypothetically, supposedly, people are going to say that, well, based on his behavior, he seems like an individual that was matched this criteria. But I've always been a higher thinker, a higher achiever, a higher learner, right? And I know that when you're playing this money game, this million, these M&Ms and these Bs, these billions, right? When you play these games become dirty. You don't know if someone is setting out an attack campaign on Diddy because of the Ciroc incident about the alcohol and everything else. He took them to a lawsuit. You don't know none of these things that's going on. You and I don't know. You don't know the fact that he's a billionaire and he's a black guy. They may be trying to attack him like that. You don't know that, hey, he may be part of a bigger rank, right? He may be part of a bigger rank that, let me answer this call in a second. That's my mom. Let me answer this call in 1 second. So you don't know what's going on. for you to just say that he rightfully did it. You don't know how the Matrix may be attacking him right now. These are all speculations, but you don't know how and why. Therefore, you can't say a man's guilty. His kids are being affected by this. Like I say, I'm going to face backlash because I'm not agreeing with the narrative, and I'm actually being a little bit more objective. And the world don't really like when you're objective, do they? They want you to follow and get slaughtered like the sheeps. But unfortunately, over here, healthy discussion, we are not part of that community. We all think. We think before we move. We think before we talk. We do all these things. You gain some understanding, and you got to understand the world that we're living in. You and I can't call it. Not right now. It's fresh. Let these things play out before you formulate your opinion, or before you formulate something that you feel rather than something that's actually facts. He did sell Revolt. He did put a couple of his assets in his kid's name. I would think that's asset protection, and or he may be advised by a lawyer. He has Osama bin Laden lawyer, probably one of the best lawyers on earth. So I'm sure he's being advised on how to move. He's a billionaire. So you may not understand how he has to move. On that note, leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about this. Do y'all think Diddy is guilty for all those lawsuits? Do you think he's guilty for the allegations that they're trying to put on his name about this sex rank and everything else? Really leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you think about this. And remember, what I told you is facts over feelings. You may feel a certain way, but if the facts and the evidence isn't there, you can scratch that. On that note, peace, blessings, and love.